we're bringing this out so that you can understand why. The reason why we're here is to help y'all understand we have enemies and the reasons why we are still we don't even consider captivity. We are still captives in a land that is not ours. All right. So give me Deuteronomy 32 and 26.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 26.
So I want you to listen real close to this scripture right here, because the officer just was bringing out how we went into slavery again with ships. Well, what happened when we went on the slave ships? We were scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. We were scattered even at the time when Jerusalem fell in 70 A.D. and our people flee where in the North Africa, in other parts of Africa from Jerusalem. So we've been scattered. We're scattered not only on the four corners, but we're also scattered in the continent where we originated from, in Jerusalem. Okay, so come on.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 26.
Yep.
I said,
this is the Most High talking.
I would scatter them into corners.
Uh-huh.
I would make the remembrance of them to cease from among men.
The remembrance of what? Your nationality. That's why now you say you're Puerto Rican. That's why now we say we're African American. That's why we say these things, because it has been ceased from our remembrance. It has been removed from our remembrance that the Most High God said we're the Israelites. We're the chosen people of the Most High God. We are above all nations that are upon the face of the earth. Get that real quick. So what we're trying to make you see is that not only do we have enemies, not only do we need to understand what our nationality is, because the only way you can gather together, you got to know who you gather together with. We have to gather together the blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans to come back to what? Keeping the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High God. Okay, come on.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6.
Yep.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Right.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
You hear that? Now, so it does matter. Nationality does matter, because the Most High God said he chose one nation of people to be above all other nations that are upon the face of the earth. Now, what is it? Santiago? Yeah. Santiago, right. Check it out, right? So if the Bible is talking about above all people, and as I said, it's talking about nations, right? Then where the heck did Catholicism come from? Where did Baptists come from? Where did Seventh-day Adventists come from? You know what I'm saying? Because in the Bible, it's not in there. The Bible is about nations. And actually, the way everything's set up right now, there is a ruling nation right now. Who is the ruling nation on the earth right now? Come on, I want to hear you actually say it out loud. You've been avoiding the W, or the word starts with a W and it ends with an E. who are the people that read?
No, my thing is to stop the racism. You gotta stop saying the word.
I tell you right now.
You keep saying the word, you're keeping it in the air.
Check this out, though.
You know what I
Doesn't
mean?
it sound a little bit racist that God said he chose one nation above all nations that's upon the face of the earth? That sounds pretty racist to me, doesn't it? Because he has a chosen nation of people. And guess who those don't? Hold on.
Said that?
The Most High God said that. Read it again.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6.
Check it out.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
First, he said, we are holy people unto the Lord thy God. So he's saying unto himself. Come on.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. Above.
Wait a minute. What?
Above.
Above means better than, greater than. In fact, you should be set up as the ruling nation. Come on.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
You hear that? We are above all people. But you know why we don't know that? Give me Jeremiah 17 and 4. The reason why we don't know that is because we have broken the laws of God, and the Most High God has brought us down to what? A base nation now. That's what we remember. When we were in Deuteronomy 28, we were talking about the curses. What curses that we're going over? The curses that are associated with the Israelites who broke God's law, statutes, and commandments. Come on.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4.
Uh-huh.
And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine
He's
heritage,
talking about the Israelites now. We will be discontinued from our heritage. Come on.
that I gave thee,
Uh-huh.
and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies.
Oh, hey, Santiago, we heard the word enemies again. Read that apart again.
And I will
I, meaning the Most High,
will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
in the land which thou knowest not. Didn't we just go over how did we get over here? Is this the land? This is a land that we knew it's not. Okay, this is not this land. Where did we come from? Jerusalem. That's our home. That's our home. Get that real quick. Galatians 4:26, just so you can hear that. That is our homeland. Read that real quick.
The book of Galatians, chapter 4 and verse 26.
Come on.
But Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all.
You hear that? That's the origination of all mankind. But what is that? Dark men. Matter of fact, this Bible is about the Israelites, to the Israelites, for the Israelites, and it's about our history as the Israelites. And it is not about the it is not, you know how you watch around the pagan holiday Easter, when they show the Ten Commandments, Charlton Heston.
Yes.
Do you think those people look like that? Okay, but isn't that an example of the nation that is the ruling nation right now? The so-called white man is the ruling nation, because they're the only ones that can. Who runs Hollywood? Who runs the perception that is put out for us to follow, for us to believe on?
I said the dollar bill on that one.
Say again?
The dollar bill.
The dollar bill, but who runs the money? Who runs the money system? Who runs the money system?
Who's the dates? Rothschilds.
Okay,
Right.
and what color are they?
Right?
What color are they? What color are they?
I say white.
Yeah. Oh, he said it. He said white. But listen, this is not a
Caucasian.
This is not a bad Caucasian. Yeah. This is not a bash. That's not the campaign. What the real campaign is for you is to understand who you are according to the Bible. Right. Who this brother is sitting in the chair according to the Bible. Why? Because when you know who you are, then you're gonna consider that, hey, maybe I need to do something different so that these curses will not continue to be on me. You know what I'm saying? Right. Read Ecclesiastes 8 and 5. Check this out. Check this out. Come back with mine. Let's move about the rest of it. But I want you to hear this with me. Ecclesiastes 8 and 5.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8 and verse 5.
Listen to this.
Whoso keepeth the commandment,
Which is for the blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans to keep. We are supposed to be keeping the commandments. Come on.
shall feel no evil things.
Shall feel no evil thing. You hear that? So if you're keeping the commandments, you don't have to worry about getting shot in a club on Friday night. Why? Because you know that at sundown Friday, that's the Sabbath. The Bible tells us to remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. So you're not going to be in a club. You're not going to be in certain places. Most High God's you are protected by the Lord when you are keeping the commandments of the Lord. But when you break the commandments of God, now the curses are resting upon you. Show that in verse 65, Deuteronomy 28. This is an example of what our people are going through overall. Come on.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 65.
Listen to this.
And among these nations,
there you go again. Now it didn't say religions. Among these nations, Israel amongst these nations, what?
shalt thou find no ease.
We shall find no ease, meaning no peace. That's why we get killed in the street, nothing happens. Right? You know what I'm saying? You get pulled over by the police, you're wondering how that's gonna go. Okay, keep going.
I got a license. As soon as they're behind me, I still like
Right, exactly, right. But
I got
listen,
my license.
but now what I remember what we're reading. We're reading the Bible. So the Bible is a prophet, the book of prophecy. So that's how you know that the Bible is a true book, because everything that's coming out, we can see an example of that right now, presently today. Even this is the historically speaking that we would have no ease in nation amongst the other nations. Why? Because we were constantly in captivity. Why? Because we continue to break the law, statutes, commandments. But now we fast forward to today, it's the same thing. Come on.
Neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest, but the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart.
You hear that? The Lord, not the Lord will give you a trembling heart. That means a fearful heart. Come on.
and failing of eyes,
Failing of eyes, come on.
and sorrow of mind.
Sorrow of mind. Why? Because you just heard your cousin just got shot in the street. You just heard your mom got, she was in her living room and a bullet came through the daggone window and killed her. You know what I'm saying? That sorrow of mind. How you think the relatives of Breonna Taylor still feels? She got mutilated by bullets, sleeping in her bed. She was asleep. Has anyone been brought to justice for that yet? No. So these are the things it's talking about. Come on.
And thy life shall hang in doubt.
Thy life shall what?
Hang in doubt before thee. And thou shalt fear day and night.
See? You shall fear day and night. Keep on.
And shall have none assurance of thy life.
We don't have no assurance of our life. Okay? So the whole point in us coming in here is to at least awaken. See, we're speaking to your spirit. We're not talking to the flesh. We're not talking to outer man right now. We're speaking to your spirit. Give me that Romans 8:16. We're speaking to your spirit so that the most somehow something in you, in your spirit, man, will say, oh, wait a minute. It will awaken and say, you know what? I need to really consider this thing. Come on.
Romans chapter 8 and verse 16.
Yeah.
The Spirit itself.
So the Spirit of God
beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of God.
You hear that? That's what bears witness with our spirit. But when we're thinking that, oh, all people are the same, all this, Amos 3:1. What we're gonna realize is that the Most High God is dealing with one nation of people whom He gave the law, statutes, and commandments to, and we're the ones that are keeping. When we continue to break the laws of God. That's why, you could say, oh, I'm doing okay. But as a people, you can never rise above the state of your people. As in general. So you can't, individually, you may be doing fine. You may have a fat bank account. But as a people, we are destitute, we are desperate, and we are crushed away daily. All right? And we're put to death daily by other nations. And we're, what is it? Pushed into corners. What does that mean? We are the gentrification, redlining, all that stuff. Okay, come on.
Amos chapter 3 and verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which are brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
That's heavy. He said, that's why I was just talking about. The Most High God said, you only, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, meaning you are remember again, we said the blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. So the Most High God saying, you only what?
Have I known?
Has He known
of all the families of the earth?
Families of all the other nations of the earth. Come on.
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
We're going to be punished for the iniquities because when we sin, we're sinning against the Lord. Come on.
Can two walk together except they be agreed?
That's why the Black Panther movement, the green, the Brown Berets, all these different movements, even the Million Man March, they did not work because when it says can two walk together lest they be agreed, that means doctrinally. That means agreed on their heritage. And what is the main heritage that we got to be agreement on? Is keeping the law, statutes, and commandments.
I like that.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.